Today we're talking about 5 common muscle areas that tend to get tight on people.
That's right, and we're going to show you some techniques using the massage gun, how to loosen them up and get them relaxed the way you want them.
We're also going to show you some stretches, but let's get right to it. The first muscle group is the hamstrings that run from the back of your knee up to your buttock. They get tight on people from sitting all the time, and if they get tight, they can actually cause limited hip motion and back pain, so it's important to stretch them. There are numerous ways to stretch them. However, Brad, what's your favorite? Standing up?
Yeah, my favorite is standing up, and I'm going to use the hot head. There's a hot and cold head. I'm going to warm it up, that therapeutic temperature, and they're on all of our pro guns, actually. So let's get her moving here. And then, so I'm stretching right now as I'm massaging. And the neat thing about this, I like stretching like this, but sometimes you want to loosen the muscle up. So I'm going to flex the knee and get in there. Whoa, and it works nice. Now, my hamstrings oftentimes get tighter up towards the buttocks area here. So you work it where you need to. You'll know as you feel it out.
So when you're doing this in a seated position, if I'm straight like this, I'm stretching my hamstrings. If I bend forward, I'm stretching a little bit more. You could try massaging in the stretch state like this. If you want, you can even try it in a flex state, just see how it feels on those pressure areas. You can even move around like Brad is showing there, and it can actually help massage and loosen up those muscles even more with movement.
Yes, let's move on to the hip flexors right up here, right where you put your hands in your pocket. The hip flexors are a deep muscle in there, and they oftentimes gets tight for people who sit a lot.
Yes, and if you're sitting too much, they can actually become tight and cause your pelvis to shift, which again can cause back pain and a whole array of issues. So in order to stretch them out, you need to go backwards. There's many ways to stretch them. Brad is kind of laying off the edge of the bed, just stretching them like that. You can do kneeling or standing. Do you want this?
Yeah, you can put that there and let it stretch a little bit. You know, you really need to be careful here because you have a lymph node right here in your femoral crease and other private things down there. So make sure you stay where you belong. It should not create any pain.
Now to stretch the hip flexor, you can do it in lots of different variations. You can even kneel down if you're comfortable doing that. Lean forward. I'm stretching this hip flexor here, and then you can kind of massage in the area. Again, find which range of motion region feels best for you to get in there and actually massage. Should we go on to the next muscle group?
Yeah, let's go to that pec major and pec minor. This is a muscle I had problems with from swimming. You're going to have to move, Mike. You're in my way. I just wanted to share with our viewers. I like doing this one lying down so you can let your arm relax, puts the muscle on a natural stretch while you get in there. And I do like the hot and the cold head, but it doesn't matter. You may want to go with a soft air head, which all of our guns do come with, especially if you're first starting on it. But you really can get into that minor, which is down here more towards the armpit, and the major is that massive, well, you've got massive chest muscles. I just got skinny little ones. What do you like about this?
You just massage in there. If you want a good stretch, in order to stretch the pecs, you need to go backwards like this. If you have a door frame, you can simply put on the edge of the door frame, stretch that way. You can just do one arm stretching and then massage like this as well. Typically, if you're sitting in poor posture all day like this, you're going to start getting tight pec muscles. So you want to loosen them up because it can help with different things like shoulder and neck pain as well, because it's all kind of connected.
Guess what muscle is next?
The calves, maybe.
There you go. And you'll notice I have my hot red socks on today. I wanted to make sure people know that I'm hip and in the groove. But you look at those calf muscles, you got to get in there. Now, I've found typically a lot of people need to massage up in here. If you have varicose veins or a tight or fragile skin, you really need to be careful with one of these and maybe not even go to those areas. But for those tight muscles, work in there nice. How do you like to work yours, Mike?
So if I'm massaging it, it depends on how sensitive they are at the time. I like a nice round head or a soft head. The pinpoint ones tend to get a little intense for me. Once I find that trigger area, if it's too much, I'll actually grab the muscle belly like this and then massage. It doesn't feel as intense to me. So that's what I'll do. You can also try motioning your ankle up and down with it to see if you have any tender spots. This isn't stretching your calf a whole lot. So this one you're probably going to have to stretch separately separately than when you're massaging it. To stretch your calf muscle, you can go against the wall or you can go against some steps like this.
I'm doing it right here, Mike. You forgot to mention me. I want to be part of it.
Well, fine. Brad's showing a way you can do it. So I'm stretching my back one right now. If I want to stretch the other calf muscle, the soleus, I have to bend my knee a little more. You can hold it for 30 seconds on each side. Make sure to switch sides. Brad, do you want to take it away, whatever you're talking about over there?
Well, yeah, I'm just getting a weight-bearing stretch as I massage, particularly down in the soleus muscle, which I particularly have good luck with down there. Here's that bullet head. Now, Bob actually massages his with this. It's a very aggressive head. If you do use it, just be careful with it the first few times because it's pretty aggressive.
Now, the last area that tends to get tight on people is the upper trap region. That's your upper neck kind of muscles and your shoulder blade. Oftentimes, that poor posture leads to these muscles constantly being tight. So in order to loosen them up, you just kind of have to massage in that area. Oftentimes, you do not want to go on the neck with the massage gun. It is way too aggressive, and it can be problematic for some people. So make sure you're sticking to the trap regions if you're going to massage this area. To stretch it, if I want to stretch my right side here, I would go the opposite direction, bring this ear towards my shoulder. You can kind of look up or down and stretch. Just go through that motion as you're massaging and feel where you have those trigger points and try to get them to release.
Yep. I can't emphasize enough. Keep it away from your neck. Don't even think about massaging with on a percussive gun there because it's just not a good idea. Keep it down where it belongs.
So you can do the stretching and massaging separate, or you can do it together to save some time. We have numerous models. If you're looking for a massage gun, we got the Q2 Pro there, the Air 2. I have the C2 Pro here. The Pro models just have the hot and cold head. That's the only major difference between them. You can find them on Amazon, or you can go to bobandbrad.com.
Yeah, I like this triangle shape because it really grips nicely, particularly if you have arthritic hands. You want to have a nice, comfortable grip.
Should we make
versus
like a cone-shaped one, like the cone heads?
No, the cone heads, we were not talking about cone heads. We're not in that subject. So, very good. You'll do well with your massage guns. We've got a lot of nice ones here, and I guess we're done.
Yeah, quit playing with those.
Bob and Brad, the two most